Hi everyone, Travel Diva Concierge here. Welcome to this special edition. We are actually headed off to Barbados. So as you can see, it is still dark out and it is about 3:30 in the morning. So our flight leaves at 6. The series will be Vacay to Barbados. So we're going to be traveling to Barbados, staying at the Sandals Royal Barbados Resort. I will be shooting footage there or covering resort, listing several things, or giving tips and advice on the resort, as well as some activities, amenities that they have at the hotel, and various things of that nature. So while we are there, we're actually taking a tour on Wednesday, and we'll have you guys travel along with us as we go. So that way you are more familiar with Barbados. And if you're planning on traveling there, you will have some good tips and suggestions on the resort, as well as some activities that you could actually um, sign up for. There are lots of things on the island to do, so we're going to take advantage of every opportunity that we can at the resort, as well as go off-site or off-property to see what the island of Barbados has to offer. So I want to just kind of give you some tips when navigating the airport. Anytime that you are traveling domestically, you should allow yourself 2 hours in advance of your departure to be at the airport. That way you'll have time to check bags if you need to. On any international flight, it is recommended that you're at the airport 3 hours in advance of departure time. So that way there's no issues with you trying to connect, because they do a lot of extra screens and or checks when you're traveling internationally. They have to check your passport, make sure you have all the required documentation. You may need a visa depending on what country that you're going to. So they're going to make sure to do all of the necessary checks. So international travel is a lot different than domestic, because there are a lot of other protocols and safety processes that they have to look into. So we're going to keep you along the way and share some of these tips with you, so that way you'll have an easier time navigating the airport. So we appreciate you tuning in. Please make sure to like, share, or comment, and subscribe below, so that way you can stay in tune with our most up-to-date episodes on this special series of Vacay in Barbados. I'll see you soon. Hey everyone, we are actually at the airport. So as you can see, it's quite a few people here in the baggage area behind me. So we're already checked in. So a good travel tip is, if you have the ability to check in online, please make sure to do so. Also, if you are checking a bag, as you can see, the line for checking in here is pretty long. So people behind me are kind of waiting. But if you notice outside, the line is much shorter. So travel tip is, if you're having to check luggage, you always want to make sure to check outside to see if you're able to check luggage more quickly outside with curbside than inside here in the airport. So we're actually traveling with another couple, so we're just waiting on our friends to check one of their bags, and then we're going to go through TSA and up to our gate. Hey everyone, we have actually finally gotten through TSA after about a 45-minute wait. Ironically, the line was moving very fast, but as I said, it's important for you to get to the airport at least 2 hours in advance of departure for a domestic flight and 3 hours in advance for an international flight, just so that you can navigate the TSA line. So if you're here as well, tip also, if you're doing domestic, you can always go out to curbside instead of waiting inside to check your bag. If you're doing international travel, you will have to come inside, but they do have a self-check baggage line that is much shorter than the check baggage line that you saw earlier in the video. So we're gonna go head to the gate, hang out, wait for the flight to Miami. So we have just landed in Miami, and apparently we're going to be on the same flight to Barbados. So we're going to have to deplane, and then they will allow us to get on the plane again. So we didn't have to go far and risk missing our flight, but we did arrive early. So this was a plus for American. I haven't been American in a long time, but I'm very pleased so far. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, everybody, we have made it to Miami, and we are on the same plane. So we are actually going to go find, using my husband and I, actually try to find a space that has less congestion. So we're going to go and move a gate over, so that way we can have a seat. Maybe I'll be able to take my mask off for a minute. But we try to go to a gate area where there's not a lot of people. So that way we can kind of spread out a little bit. So the flight from New Orleans was actually really good. It was an hour and a half. And I was thoroughly surprised that the TSA checkpoint was as smooth as it was, with as many people as they had. So navigating through, we did not have to take our shoes off. My husband didn't have to take his iPad out of his briefcase. So they were able to get an abundant amount of people through the TSA line in New Orleans. And we probably cleared TSA maybe between 30 to 45 minutes. So at this rate, we're gonna hang out here in Miami. It's a smaller airport on this side, on the international side. So usually, I've been through here once before, or actually twice before, and we didn't have much of an issue getting through or navigating the airport to get to our next gate. So Miami Airport is pretty cool, and we should be boarding in probably another 30 minutes. So we actually have enough time to go to a place and get something to eat. So we will keep you guys posted. As I said, traveling didn't seem as scary. Still wearing my mask though, just to be on the safe side. When traveling into Barbados, although they do not require COVID testing 3 days before, if you're fully vaccinated like we are, if you're unvaccinated, you will have to do that same procedure. But if you're fully vaccinated, they do not require that upon entry, but you could be asked to randomly test upon arrival. So all of us actually did our COVID testing preemptively of our flight just to make sure we did not have any problems if they decided to randomly select us once we landed. So if you're fully vaccinated going to Barbados, you do not have to do a COVID test on the way out like before at this point. We're traveling in July. So at this rate, you do not have to submit a COVID test if you're fully vaccinated. If you're unvaccinated, you will have to follow the protocol where you test 3 days. And then if you're doing a rapid, it will be 1 day before travel. On the way back, thankfully, the U.S. has decided to not require COVID testing upon arrival. So the only thing that we have to consider when going to Barbados now is the random selection for testing if they decide to do so. So we're gonna hang out, grab some food, and wait until the flight takes off. But like I said, we're gonna navigate the airport, also be able to provide everyone with helpful tips if you're considering traveling to Barbados. So we'll definitely stay tuned. We'll have some very good tips along the way and some additional information as we proceed through the process on getting to Barbados. All right, I'll see you soon. Okay, everyone, we have been cleared for takeoff, so we're headed to Barbados.
Welcome to Barbados. For local time, it's 1:54 p.m. We will be taxiing for the next few moments. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until we are staying the car to the gate. The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. At that time, be sure to pick up all the belongings you brought on board with you today. Be careful when opening the overhead bins. For context shifted during our landing here in Barbados. We know many of you are starting a vacation, so we're very happy to meet the last people you see as you deplane, as you start your wonderful vacation here in the beautiful island of Barbados. It's been our sincere pleasure serving you. Remember that you will be going through customs and immigration. Please follow all the rules of customs and immigration, and it'll make it a much more pleasant experience going through the process. On behalf of your entire Washington, D.C. based crew and your Dallas based flight deck, it has been our sincere pleasure serving you. We're happy that you flew with us on this holiday weekend. We hope you have a wonderful holiday. We encourage you to be kind and thoughtful towards one another as we still navigate through difficult times, both domestically and globally. We wish all of you both health and happiness and have a wonderful holiday weekend. Thank you for spending time with us today.
Hey everyone, we have made it to Barbados. Alright, next stop is customs and immigration. So we'll check it once we get out of the customs and immigration area. They don't allow us to film in that area. So always make sure when you come to another country, make sure you understand if they allow you to do photography or not. Okay, see you later. Hi everyone, so we have made it to Barbados, and as you can see, we're still wearing our masks. When you're coming into the country, they still do require people to wear masks in public areas. So at the airport, you're going to have to make sure that even if you didn't wear it on the plane, which is optional, you are going to have to wear a mask once you get to the airport and off the plane. So here we're just waiting on a bag. One of our friends, a couple of our friends have come with us. So we're just waiting in baggage claim for her bag. So once we actually pick up our bag, or her bag here in baggage claim, we're gonna head over to the Sandals Lounge to secure our transportation. So they actually have the transportation ready for us. So that way we don't have any issue trying to get to the resort. So it is for transportation purposes. So, all right, so they've told us I can't do any recording here, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but I'll check back once we get out of the airport. Okay, everyone, we have managed to get past customs. We didn't have to do any random testing of any kind. This was actually a really smooth process that we went through. We had a small delay in getting one of my friend's bags, but it's okay. It did arrive on the plane, which is good. So we're just waiting for our transportation to the Sandals Royal Barbados Resort. Good thing is, whenever you book with Royal or book with Sandals, they actually include complimentary transportation. So that is part of your fee anytime that you're booking a reservation at any Sandals resort. That does come complimentary. So here in Barbados, looking forward to sharing some different things with everyone. So stay tuned. Really appreciate you guys patronizing the channel. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and also subscribe below to stay up to date on our latest videos regarding domestic, international travel, as well as how to navigate New Orleans like a local. I'll see you soon.